next is, so right now the moon is at 37.8% illumination in Gemini. Tomorrow it will be the quarter moon in Cancer. Then we're, hold up, I've got to adjust myself. Then, going from there on the 14th, we'll have the new moon in Virgo. And on the 15th, Mercury will go direct. It will no longer be in retrograde. So I see like we're kind of going into more grounding, more balancing energy with this hella Virgo, like when we get like the new moon in Virgo, I mean, with the sun being in Virgo, it's definitely going to have this very grounding effect. I don't know if you've ever hung out with a Virgo, but typically something I've noticed about them is they have a sense of making the people around them feel safe and secure and stable, right? Which, can be a little off-putting to an air sign, because it's a polarity. But I think it's very important. So let's see, depending on if you lean more air or earth or fire or water, whatever the hell, this is a reading for everyone, every sign. Well, I shouldn't say everyone. It's not a specific sign that this is aimed for, but it will find who it's meant for. That's how I should put it. So, yeah, let's carry on and see how this energy affects us, or affects you. I say us because I see us as a singularity, disguised as a collective. Because energy connects us all. Quantum entanglement and all that. So this is my newest deck. My roommate's girlfriend actually gave it to me, and it's really cool, and I really love it, and it actually taught me some stuff, things I did not previously know. Ask and you shall receive. And so, I learned some things from reading through on this deck, and so I'm really excited to do my first reading with it. See how we roll, see how it goes. And it's all about celestial energy and stuff. You guys are gonna love this deck. That's all I'm saying. Oh wait, before I tap into this, I'm gonna pull an oracle card or two from my Starseed Oracle. I haven't pulled from this deck in a while. I've been pretty hung up on my Mystic Martian. Y'all can tell it's one of my favorites. But I was like, you know what? I'm feeling like this very new energy, coming through, new vibes to this, so yeah, I wanted to kind of switch it up a bit. I'm gonna still end it with my Kali deck, as always, and I always will. It's gifted to me by somebody that I genuinely care about. He was an awesome friend, awesome supporter, and so I'm always going to use that deck. And I mean, I use all my decks. A lot of them are gifts from, various people. However, I feel like the Kali deck just always summarizes exactly what I've been trying to say throughout the whole reading, and it really just, it's like, it binds it all together. I don't know how to describe it, but I just love it, okay? I'm just always going to use it. I would use all of my decks for every reading if I had that kind of time on my hands. That's all I'm saying, okay? I have to be very picky choosy. Alright, so we have Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Then we have Cosmic Heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So this is really about tapping into your divine force, the divine force that is you, right? I feel like sometimes people think of the divine as being so separate from themselves, but really we're we're spiritual beings having a human experience, not the other way around, you know? And science really explains that through, you know, I mean, I talk about science all the time. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't heard my rants on it yet, I'm going to start right now. So, you know, with quantum entanglement, you know, energy connecting all of us, the only, you know, like, energy can't be separated by anything, you know? And so, like, the separation of matter is really an illusion, right? I don't know how to, like, I would like to draw it for you, but there's not enough dimensional crayons for that. But due to electron repulsion, you're like 99.9999999% energy, right? Or empty space. But we know empty space doesn't exist because all space is filled with energy, right? So you're almost 100% energy and barely a fraction of 1% matter, right? If you were to compact all the matter that you are, you'd be like the size of a dime, you know? But you're, you know, due to electron repulsion, your atoms will never actually fuse completely together, right? There's always going to be like an energetic force field between every cell in your body, between every body, right? Between every blood cell, every little tiny bit of you. You know, you're just filled with so much energy, and so a huge aspect of what you are is divine, you know? And I feel like you're really connecting with this and really coming to an understanding of this and how, like, you know, even through this, I've noticed, like, I've connected with people, you know, all the way around the world, you know, and, you know, just through all this. And I'm like, that's also more than just putting myself out there on the internet, but it's also being received by somebody who is a vibrational match who's looking for the kind of content that I'm creating, right? So it's like we connect, all of us, right? We have this quantum connection that's ineffable, right? It's inexplicable. It just is, okay? It is what it is. And there's, you know, in both of these very cosmic cards, right? And this telling you to make your life a moving prayer. This is like saying, like, don't be afraid to, like, speak up, you know, ask for what you need. Don't be afraid to. Thank the divine for what you need in advance. You know, if you're like, you know, if your car's breaking down and you're like, shit, I have to get it fixed. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Da, 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 da. Just in advance, be like, you know what? Thank you, universe, for helping me sort it out. Thank you, universe, for helping me, you know, get what I need to get taken care of, you know, whatever it is subjectively for you. If it's debt, you know, thank you, universe, for helping me pay my debt, or whatever, you know, call God, universe, source, divine, whatever the fuck. Everyone has different words for it. We all know what the hell it is, right? And we all don't know what the hell it is at the same time, right? It's like, we know, but we don't know, but it is us, but we separate ourselves from it because the matter aspect of ourselves can't comprehend it, but the energy self knows it, you know? It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna go on my tangents. Feeling very energetic today. Got a gift of a lot of Palo Santo, and I think it's really working, guys. I do not feel sleepy at all. Just so you know, okay, I'll try that again. It yelled at me. It told me to shut up. Alright, I'm gonna let the cards connect with your energy at this time. I'm gonna shut up so the cards can do their magic. Alright, who are you? Who are you? Right? Absalom, from Alice in Wonderland. You already know I'm the smoking caterpillar. Won't catch me not puffing. Even if I didn't have nicotine, I feel like I'd still be vaping something. I'd be vaping the water. Alright. Let's feel it. What message do you need today? What's your energy like, dog? What are these transitions feeling like for you? Who's entering your energetic field at this time? Let's see it all. I want to know. I'm very nosy. I just thought of that old thing that they say about weddings, that something borrowed, something blue, something old, someone new. Alright, we got 6 of Cups in reverse. So we got Hercules in reverse, right? Which means the challenges are kind of coming to an end. You know, whatever it is that you've had to overcome. With the 10 of Wands, I see you kind of letting go of some burdens here, some karmic debts, doing some of that shadow work, right? You probably have been doing this, or you're in the process. I don't know, but it looks like, you know, like you're entering into a new phase. Chariot in reverse. We've got Cancer energy. The Emperor in reverse. Here, I want to just see what all these are right quick. I see you saying, hell no, to somebody. That's what I'm seeing. Right? That's kind of funny. It's like somebody new kind of tries to enter your force field here, right? With the Emperor in reverse and the Chariot in reverse, it's like I see you kind of moving in an opposite direction. You're not moving towards this. You're like you're not moving towards it, right? And with the Emperor in reverse, could be a boss, or somebody who's like pretty like in their ego. Somebody who like tries to present themselves as an authority, right? With the King of Swords showing up, I see you cutting them off. And with the Hanged Man in reverse and the 5 of Wands in reverse, I see this kind of like bringing an end to obstacles, things standing in your way, conflict, could be internal conflict, competition even, or somebody who tries to show up in like a competitive energy. I just see you like cutting somebody off and just being like, hella done. Like walking away from that rather than walking towards it. You know, this feels like something that's been burdening you. Whether it's like a work situation, a family situation, could be a relationship situation. I kind of want clarity on that. Like, it's almost like if this isn't somebody new with the 6 of Cups in reverse, it's almost like saying like you don't know them anymore, right? Or you feel like this isn't somebody that you felt that you knew before, if that makes sense. You know, like I've had that happen with friends I've known like 20 years where, you know, we go and hang out and I'm like, wow, I don't even fucking know this person anymore. And that's kind of the energy that's coming out, with the context of all these other cards here. You know, you got Aries, you got Cancer, you got hella fire, man. You got the Hanged Man, Neptune energy, which is all about suspension and sacrifice. And with the Hanged Man being in reverse, it's like you're no longer willing to stay like hanging in the balance, sacrificing something for this energy. You're no longer willing to like lose out on something here for this. It's like you're stepping up to the plate with the King of Swords. It's like you're focused on your personal truth, what you want to take action towards, what you want to cut out, who you want to cut out, whatever the case. But this doesn't feel romantic. It almost feels like friends or work or family, I'm seeing two masculine energies that are very different from each other. That's what I'm seeing here. And whether you're male or female, does not matter. This is like the energy of like feminine is all about creativity and spirituality and like, kind of that more artistic birthing things, fertility type of energy. Whereas like the masculine is like getting down to business. It's like, all right, I'm done pussyfooting around and it's time to get down to business. That's really the energy I'm feeling here. And with the Chariot in reverse, that's like the confirmation that this isn't somebody that's like new and incoming either, right? This is what you're veering away from rather than going towards. Okay. Now we got a feminine in the mix. Hold up, gangsta. And this could also be you balancing out your masculine and feminine. But I see you really showing up as this King of Swords, the energy of like cutting off, this Emperor in reverse, like no longer wanting to have be suspended or feel like you're in suspension, and sacrificing for somebody who's just in their ego, who's very self-serving, somebody who actually steals your inspiration a bit, right? With the Queen of Pentacles showing up. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who holds on, right? She's holding on to this pentacle. More than that, this is some boss-ass energy. I'm gonna be real. It's some boss-ass energy, right? This is somebody who's very focused on their abundance. This is Queen Pin energy. This is somebody who makes things grow, right? She's the one that's like I said, it's that fertility energy, but it doesn't necessarily mean having babies, right? It's in terms of anything that it's that Midas touch energy, like you enter business with the Queen of Pentacles and your business flourishes. You enter a relationship with the Queen of Pentacles and your relationship flourishes. You buy a house with the Queen of Pentacles and she's just showing up and making it magic in there, right? It's the Queen of Pentacles gets shit done, right? And as does the King of Swords. It's very if this is couples energy, I would say this is very power couple. And if it's not a romantic connection, then it's definitely a connection where you guys are kind of in a similar energy of getting shit done and taking care of business. This would be an excellent partnership in business. This could be new job opportunities coming in. I want to get a clarifier on this Queen of Pentacles. Who is this to you? So I got 7 of Wands in reverse and 4 of Swords in reverse. Makes sense of that for me. 7 of Wands is all about opportunities. new pathways, right? But it's like several pathways, 7, right? um, and it's kind of like having tunnel vision when it's in reverse. It's like there's only one way, right? Or you feel like in some kind of way this, like, this connection to this Queen of Pentacles is the way. If that makes sense. Like you're not looking at different opportunities, whether it's in business or love or whatever the case. It's like you look at them like they are the way. With the Four of Swords in reverse, this is like restless energy, right? Because the Four of Swords is all about resting and recuperation and self-care, and but Four of Swords in reverse is the opposite. So it's like very active, very like busy, very on the go kind of energy. And maybe you feel like it's time to take action or to be active in something. I'm going to get more, or that's perhaps how she's feeling or they're feeling. I'm only using, don't let gender be a thing, okay? Like if I say he or she, whatever, I'm literally just talking about what I'm seeing in the cards. It could be, roles can be reversed, I've met many men who sit in feminine energy, many women who sit in masculine energy. It does not, it's not set in stone, okay, based on that. We have 10 of Swords in reverse with the Justice showing up, Libra energy. Very interesting. So, yeah, with the 10 of Swords in reverse, it's undefeated, right? Somebody who's been bent but never broken. It's kind of like with a twigs, right? Like, some twigs, you bend them, they break. And then you get those real wiry ones, little wiry guys that you can bend them all day long and they just don't break, right? They just keep twisting, and those are always the best ones to make those like crowns out of, the little nature crowns. Love those. But yeah, and this is somebody who kind of represents that kind of strength, that kind of like flexibility in their soul, where like, yeah, like they may have faced things that people thought would leave them defeated, or broken, or unable to recover. And it's like this energy of them just recovering, right? And that's a miraculous recovery, whether it's you or them. But the Justice showing up, it's like, it's kind of like I said with that balancing act showing up. We've got the scales of justice here. This is karmic justice as well. It's like, and it looks like it's in your favor with that being in the upright. It's like, it's time for you to have justice in your situation. It's time for your good karma to be paid out, right? Especially if you've paid out, if you've been paying on your karmic debts, your past life karmic debts for so long, and then finally it's like, all right, when is it your turn, right? When is it your turn to thrive? And it's like so many people, think of their outcomes as like forever in the future, right? And they're always like, yeah, one day I'm gonna be rich, or one day I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna, whatever. But I feel like you're really being challenged here to think, what if you could manifest your outcomes a lot sooner? What if you could have what you want a lot sooner? And what if you really put your mind to it, especially with your cosmic connection here? This is like, make your life a living prayer, right? Where it's like, don't be afraid to like ask the universe for what is divinely destined for you, right? What is meant to be an aspect of your life? Who's meant to be in your life? What environments are you meant to go to, you know, like what kind of jobs are you supposed to have or whatever, you know, what career path do you want to endeavor. It's like it's really challenging you to really think in terms of like if your outcome was tomorrow, how would you want that to look, rather than thinking 10 fucking years in the distance, you know. What if it could be a lot sooner? I'm not saying it's necessarily going to be tomorrow. I'm just saying, like, we're not always guaranteed 10 years, right? We're not even guaranteed tomorrow, to be honest. The thing is, though, is like, if you never try, right? If you never pursue, you know, like the outcomes that you genuinely desire to have, then you'll never actually know, you know? And you'll sit in that energy of woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know? Nobody wants to sit in that energy. It ain't right. Nobody likes it. Alright. What is your advice at this time? So live your life. Hey. Yeah, that's really, I feel, a big part of it. It's live your life, you know. Don't live your life suspended in obstacles and focused on what stands in the way. Focus on the way, right? With that 7 of Wands in reverse. Focus on the way. You have 9 of Wands. How is that your advice? It is, though. Your advice is to feel it, right? If something hurts, feel it. If something, like, left you feeling wounded, if there's a wound that's been unattended to, in your spirit, in your heart, you know, it's time to tend to it. It's time to feel it. Don't stay stuck there, you know. But give yourself a moment, right? Whenever I feel a little overwhelmed with feelings, I give myself a day or two to really sit in my feelings and really feel them out, you know? And sometimes it can feel like a mountain is sitting right on top of you. And that's just when you have to turn into water, man, and let the tears flow, let the creativity out, let yourself feel it, let yourself express it, let yourself have that, right? Because you're actually here to feel the entire spectrum of emotions. You're not just here to feel happy. You're not just here to feel comfortable. If you were, then you would, right? You're here to feel the entire spectrum of emotions, and I feel that you're being called to not mask it or to not, like, shove it away, not to bottle it away, just, like, actually sit with your feelings, confront them, head on, be like, demons, it's me, your boy. And I'm ready for this fight, this spiritual one, right? Because it's a spiritual warfare that goes on inside of you when you suppress, right? Then your feelings become your demons, right? And when you got demons inside of you, you're possessed, brother, right? Sister, mother, father, whatever the fuck. Sit with it. That's your advice. Feel it. If you feel something, that's not an accident. You don't accidentally feel things. If you feel something, you're meant to. If you need to express it, you need to express it. There's no shame in that, right? how you express it can be shameful, right? Like, but I feel that you're really being called to just, you know, don't take it out on other people. Don't project your feelings. However, just, I almost said enjoy them. Enjoy your feelings. But that's, I mean, that ain't right either, right? Like, you don't want to enjoy misery if that's what it is, because Nine of Wands typically talks about wounds, right? But it's, you know, like, if you have wounds, you have them for a reason. You know, your feelings are valid, right? And don't project them. Don't go and start like going off on people out of the blue, you know. Just sit with them. Realize them. You know, don't bury them, because they are living parts of you. And when you bury living parts of you, you slowly kill yourself. The hard way, right? The hardest way, because you kill your spirit first. Interesting. Very interesting. We have the Empress. Alright, this goes hand in hand with that Queen of Pentacles energy. The Empress is the Divine Mother, right? This is Venus, also known as Aphrodite, right? Venus actually just went direct, right? Venus was in retrograde for a minute there. Venus just went direct. And the reason I'm seeing this is interesting is because the very next day after Venus went direct, Jupiter went retrograde. And we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Jupiter energy. And we have Virgo, Hermit energy, or Hermit, Virgo energy, right? And we're in the season of Virgo. We've got that new moon in Virgo coming up. So I'm seeing a lot of astrological things happening here with Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So, let's talk about this. Somebody is feeling very creative and probably even like reclusive, right? With that Hermit energy. It's time to like really like take time for you. Take time to work on what you need to work on. With the Empress, this is, you know, getting into your creativity. And sometimes pain is a great motivator for creativity. And as much as that sucks, we all know it's true. Fucking Bukowski wouldn't have been a great poet if he didn't hurt. Right? Kurt Vonnegut, he wouldn't have been an excellent author if he didn't hurt. Picasso wouldn't be a great painter if he didn't hurt. You know, it's like all the greatest arts that ever came out of anybody ever usually originated from some deep wound that they needed to express, that they needed to sit with, that they needed to feel, right? And I feel this very strong energy, either you or somebody that you're dealing with, or somebody that's on your focus, right, is kind of going through this. And so, you know where the energy belongs. You know who you are. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this is kind of feeling like somebody's been feeling down on their luck, or like there's been delays. Certain things just haven't worked out, and like struggling to like to find like where the struggle ends, right? does the struggle end? And maybe it's that energy of the things not working out and of, not feeling like the Wheel of Fortune has really been favorable, that it's really causing you to kind of be a more reclusive or, focus a bit more on your creativity. And with that, I just keep seeing Jupiter in retrograde, though, with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And, it's like during this season, right? I feel like there's something strong about this season because these are things that are happening on a cosmic level right now, Venus going direct, Venus being in the upright, Sun in Virgo, Jupiter in retrograde. There's something prominent about this time frame, right? Most of my readings, I would say, are timeless, but I feel like this reading is very specific to this time frame, to this period of time. Dude, Perseus just pulled up. 3 of Wands, Perseus. I didn't even pull that card, but I would like to tell you something I saw in Clash of the Titans. That old one with the cellophane water. Yeah, I love that one. But Zeus was talking to Perseus, and he's like trying to get Perseus to help him on this battle, of the gods versus the Titans and stuff. And Perseus is like, bro, I'm like half human. I'm like over here just trying to be a human, trying to forget that I'm also a demigod, like I'm just not about that life anymore. I'm not here to fight your wars, Zeus. And Zeus looked at Perseus because Perseus was acting like he was weaker because he wasn't like full-blooded God, And Zeus said, you're not weaker because you're half human. You're stronger because you're half human, right? And in the same way that the gods were able to overthrow the Titans, being the next evolution, right? Humans are the next evolution of the gods, right? If we've been overthrowing the gods, right? Let's be real. And now it's time for us to like find that synchronicity and maybe like rebel against the nature of our creators a little bit, where maybe our strength is that we don't have to keep fighting those battles, trying to overthrow, conquer, and destroy, right? Maybe our strength is in the fact that we fucking enjoy living, We like cakes. We don't want to make all the Titans be prisoners. We don't want to make all the gods be prisoners to us. On the contrary, it's felt quite the opposite sometimes, right? But it's not because you're being imprisoned, it's because you're being trained for these moments. Right? Where you gotta overcome yourself. There's this great album by Brand New, and it's called The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me, right? And really that's a lot of what we are. We're the ego, right? The material self. That's, it's our, and the devil in tarot is like pentacles. It's the material, and it's like, that is the devil that rages inside of you with all this God energy, right? And so it's like, I feel like this is a journey of finding self. I feel like this is not just a journey of finding self, though. It's about loving who you find when you do. Loving those strengths that you have. Loving all that you've overcome. Loving who you're becoming. The decisions that you make. It's nice when you wake up one day and you're like, you know what? I'm actually proud of the decisions I've been making. Even if it's been a struggle. Even if there's been trials and tribulations. Right? You had to see what didn't work before you could find out what does. Right? That's the way, the process of elimination. Right? The way that we find what we want often comes through the process of finding what we don't want. narrow it down, you know? Because the universe doesn't give us what we want. The universe gives us what we accept, right? What we choose. We choose lower vibrational shit. We accept that. If we accept drama and nonsense, then that's what we get. If we don't accept that, if we get to a point where we're like, you know what, I actually won't tolerate that. I actually won't tolerate better than my best, or I won't tolerate worse than my best day. Like, eventually you'll get to a point where you can be met with the same obstacles you faced on your worst day. And you'll have the best mindset towards it, and it's going to be an excellent day. And it's not because the obstacles changed. It's because your mindset changed, right? Your mindset changes your perspective, The obstacles don't ever get easier, right? You just get way better at handling them. And then that is a source of confidence for you, right? Feeling like confident in what you overcame to get to that point, to get to that mindset. That's enlightenment. Yeah, there's something about this season. We got Princess of Cups, and it says autumn right there, right? It's fall season right now. It is. There's a big energy here on this season. There's something. What is significant about this season? This Jupiter retrograde. What are you learning? What's coming towards you in this season? Things that you've let go of. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This could also be a time of, and like I told people, there could be setbacks and delays on things. It doesn't mean you're not getting them. It just means that there could be setbacks and delays. We have Judgment in reverse, Pluto in reverse. Like I said, it's kind of like this process of elimination. We're seeing a lot of what you're not getting. Because the Lovers in reverse also showed up, right? And we have the Hermit. I feel like this is a season of solitude, or a season of really just kind of needing to focus on yourself and really build a relationship with yourself. Doesn't mean it's a permanent, thing. If you are looking for love, it's not saying that it won't happen. It's just saying that right now, this is a season where you need to get busy on your creations and your goals, your ambitions here. The Lovers in reverse. The Lovers is Gemini energy, right? Gemini is represented by the twins. The Lovers is major arcana love, right? Major arcana is something that heavily influences or alters your life, right? And so to me, when I look at the Lovers card, I see twin flames. You could be in a separation period from your twin flame. That's what I'm seeing. With the Judgment in reverse, Pluto in reverse. Pluto is Hades, man. Literally. But Hades was actually not a bad guy, right? He just did his job well. So take that as it resonates. Hades is not the devil. Also, often that gets misconstrued, right? With yeah, I'm seeing that right now. Like, you could be in a separation from in your twin flame season, because you're really meant to focus on some serious work, right? Your inner work. With the Judgment in reverse, it's like somebody's kind of up in the air about something. You could be up in the air about something, they could be up in the air about something, but it's like something's just up in the air, right? There's no concrete decision made during this time in regards to your twin flame journey, right? And, we could have other partners or soulmates or whatever, but this is specifically like feeling like that twin flame kind of energy, right? We've got Mercury at the bottom of the deck, right? The Magician. Mercury is going out of retrograde and going direct on the 15th, right? So, like I said, a lot of these cards are very significant to the time frame you're currently in. Right now, you are in a period of separation from your twin flame. Right now. Doesn't mean forever. It means during this season, during this right now season, during these specific cosmic happenings, right now you're in separation. That's what it's saying. And right now, this is like, yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse. This is not a time for like a new cycle in love. What is it a time for? Strength. Leo energy. It's a time for strength. It's time to have a lot of courage, to be optimistic, to find your strength, to be strong. Right? You don't need any external validation. And the illusion of separation with your twin flame is so hilarious to me, because it's like I said with the quantum entanglement, right? Separation itself is the illusion, and you have to separate yourself from the illusion, right? You have to realize that you're always connected, you're always communicating, you're always like one thing, even if the illusion says you're two, right? You have to find strength in that like you don't need physical union to be connected to them, and I think that's a big lesson that you're learning right now. That inner monologue that goes on, guess what, chicken butt? Who do you think you're talking to? Right? Who do you think? Right? You're the observer. You're the listener. You're the one hearing the thoughts being processed. Hearing, so if you're the observer of thoughts, who's thinking them, right? And it was such a hard concept for me. Kind of, like understanding the twin flame journey and understanding just exactly how that goes, but you have to understand, like, that's a kind of connection that can't be severed. You are the same thing. You're the same soul, right? Incarnated more than once in the same lifetime. You are the same guy or girl or guy girl. You're the same thing, right? There's no gender for your spirit, right? And there's a very yin yang energy that happens. It's like, because energy is not confined to space and time, right? Therefore, a soul can incarnate more than once in a single lifetime, because it's not confined to space and time. So I think that's something that you're having to understand. They are you. And separation isn't actually real, if you think of it in terms of that. We have the moon in reverse, Pisces energy with the Three of Swords in reverse. Somebody may be concealing their feelings or concealing their thoughts or their emotions at this time because they're afraid of getting hurt. So that could also be a lot of, this up in the air energy that's happening. Somebody is afraid of getting hurt, so it's easier to just not say anything, right? Little do they know, it hurts more. But it doesn't hurt you more, it hurts them more. Alright. I'm going to pull some Kali cards. Karma of Kali. You are being offered a spiritual gift from the Divine Mother. Your path need not be one of endless exertion. Going back to that Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Connecting with pleasure is a path of personal empowerment intending to bring spiritual benefit to the collective through the softening and opening of your heart is an act of worshiping the Divine Feminine and let yourself receive her loving gifts. This talks about your creativity and allowing yourself to express what you feel through creative means, right? Rather than projecting. Smashana Kali. Life as you have known it will change radically, and this can be a welcome release. Kali is not quiet and subdued in the cremation ground. She is wild and vital. Kali brings energy and aliveness to situations where there would otherwise be none. She brings an end to stagnation that has been depleting your life force. I feel like I should pull another one. No, maybe. Give it one more go. Dakshina Kali. She appears fierce and yet she is benign. Her oracle brings a message that a situation which may frighten or intimidate you is well within your capacity to handle. No matter how dramatic or intense a situation may appear to be at this time, it shall eventually be little more than a passing memory and not have any negative bearing upon your future. Moksha of Kali. Relief shall come swiftly. Soon you will see things differently. You are going to be liberated from the struggle you are currently experiencing. Be true to yourself and your life path, and you will attract the way forward. You will overcome all opposition, be released into improved circumstances, and be supported to bring your sacred path to fruition. So, that is what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will catch you later.